What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and Target is it's afraid. The system is afraid. Now, I think we've seen that sports ball is relatively immune to boycotts, but we do know in a world where products are easily replaced, things aren't so easy. We've seen the Bud Light boycott spring a life of its own and actually instill fear in other corporations. The latest to be Target, which is literally holding quote unquote emergency meetings over consumer backlash to avoid a Bud Light situation. In their words, not mine. This is all part and parcel for companies that want to get woke. They want to, push ideology on people, and they want all the benefits of that sweet WEF sign of approval. But when customers rise up and say they've had enough, suddenly they're like, oh, what? Oh, no, we love our customers. I mean, look at this. Target Pride collection includes bags and sweaters by Satan-loving trans designer wants to burn down System, CIS-Tim, as backlash against retail giant growth. I mean, did they have to, was this a requirement for them to have this section and to hire this lunatic? No. But they wanted to say they did, and now people found out about it. They wanted the right people to know about it, and not the wrong people to know about it in their mind. By the way, this video is sponsored by Meta PCs. I worked with them to build. They're the computer I use, my office uses, my friends and family use. They have laptops you can custom build from the ground up. I also worked together with them to put together this landing page, which shows you some options, system builds, kind of like a good, better, best, insane build. Promo code The Quartering, and you'll save at checkout and support the channel. So when you're in the market for a new computer, remember Meta PCs, promo code The Quartering. Target is facing consumer boycott over its Pride Month collection, which features trans swimsuits for children, books called Bye Bye Binary, and a handful of items made by a British designer whose slogans include Satan respects pronouns. Target unveiled its Pride Month collection at the start of May, fresh on the heels of the Bud Light controversy. While there were some initial grumbles to tuck-friendly swimsuits in the women's section, much of the expansive collection of clothes, books, and home decor has gone unnoticed. But attention and outrage and now has turned to one of the designers whose works are showcased. Eric Carnell is the British designer behind Abprallen, an LGBTQ brand that sells t-shirts, sweaters, bags, and badges. Okay, cool. Target is selling two of the brand's items, a $25 slogan sweater with the words cure transphobia, not trans people, wrapped around a sword, an $18 too queer for here tote bag, and we belong everywhere fanny pack that now appears to be sold out. Interesting. Eric, a trans man, probably shares posts of the collaboration on Instagram. Again, if you have a problem with this, take it out on Target, right? This guy can make his stuff available for whatever. If they want. That's entirely fine. Apparently a Satanist. Badges and slogans like Satan respects pronouns. Okay, Satan loves you. He also models Satan respects pronouns t-shirt on Instagram while wearing BDSM style horns and no pants. In the bio and the brand's website, it says he's always been fascinated with the frightening and the mystical. I juxtapose it with the imagery of skulls and spooky things, an interest of mine since I was a child. There's something magical about the unknown. It's frightening and mystical, which is why I frequently feature the themes in my art. Well, your art looks like clip art to me. But, I mean, it certainly has every right to exist. You see Juanita Broderick, Target is far worse than Bud Light ever was. Time to boycott. All Christians and religious need to boycott Target. We need to send a message. I mean, this stuff, it's fair to say, hey, where's the hetero Pride Month section? And then people say, well, every month is, well, you could just have the section, They certainly sell, what's interesting, excuse me, is this stuff. Furious mothers have taken to filming themselves in store aisles, shocked and disgusted by Pride displays. The fact that they have chest binders is odd. kids swimsuits that have, pride stuff. Just be you and feel the love. I don't know. That seems fine to me. Um, little onesies, put kids in. Bye bye binary. Again, like, why is this a thing? Why does this children's book exist? Target CEO so far has played down the controversy. Last week, he defended the decision to put such a strong emphasis on the collection, telling Fortune's Leadership Next podcast, when we think about purpose at Target, it's really about helping all the families. And that all word is really important. Is it? Most Americans shop at Target, so we want to do the right thing to support families across the country. Yeah, but you really only want to support 1% of the population, 0.001% or whatever it is, Many are now calling for Target to be given the Bud Light treatment, a reference to the harsh backlash. Well, if you look, Target holds emergency meeting over LGBTQ merchandise in store, in some stores to avoid, quote, Bud Light situation. Many Target locations across the country feature massive June Pride Month displays on an annual basis, with items this year ranging from tuck-friendly bathing suits to trans mugs that say gender fluid. I thought that's what we call Bud Light now. Target Insider told Fox News Digital that many locations, mostly in rural areas of the South, have relocated Pride sections to avoid the kind of backlash Bud Light has received in recent weeks after using a trans influencer. Well, if that's true, people are going to be very angry. The Target Insider said there were emergency calls on Friday, and some managers and district senior directors were told to tamp down the Pride sections immediately. We were given 36 hours to take all of our Pride stuff and the entire section and move it into a section that's a third of its size, from the front of the store to the back of the store. You can't have anything on mannequins, no large signage, the Target Insider said. We call our customers guests. There is outrage on their part. This year, it is just exponentially more than any other year, the Target Insider said. I think given the current situation with Bud Light, the company is terrified of a Bud Light situation. The insider, who has worked at the Target retailer for almost 2 decades, said Target rarely makes such hasty decisions. They said Friday's call began with roughly 10 minutes on how to deal with team member safety because the amount of backlash to Pride merchandise is generated, noting that a Target asset protection corporate security items were present on the call. Hey, by the way, if you're taking it out on some Target employee, that's not okay either. They just work there. That they didn't pick out this stuff. They don't co-sign it. They just work there. The call was super quick. It was 15 minutes. First 10 minutes was how to keep your team safe and not having to advocate for Target. The last 5 was move this to the back, take down the mannequins, remove the signage, the insider said, noting that bathing suits have replaced Pride merchandise in the front of the store displays, despite Pride Month not even starting until June 1st. It's all under the guise of trying to increase swim sales, the insider said. Everyone was like, thank God, because we're all on the front lines dealing with it. Fox News Digital has confirmed rural Target stores in South Carolina, Arkansas, and Georgia are among locations to move the Pride sections. Most rank-and-file employees were left in the dark, with many not knowing Pride sections would be moved until they noticed themselves. Pride merchandise remains prominently displayed in other locations in San Francisco and everywhere else. It's interesting to me that, or it's funny to me, I guess, that nobody on the left is pointing this out, that they're literally hiding all that merchandise now. It's pretty interesting to me, isn't it? Target is fast becoming the new Bud Light. I mean, here's the Target CEO defends LGBTQ-friendly clothing, kids' clothing, and make boycott calls the right thing for society. I don't know. I mean, the executive who company employs 500,000 workers said the company's strategy is aimed to cater to diversifying customer base. Isn't it weird how like all these companies are tripping all over themselves to diversify to serve almost nobody? Like on the strategic, like on the grand scale of things, like no disrespect, but like literally nobody. I don't really understand. As like a percentage, as a percentage, we're not talking about a lot of people. I think that it's just good business decision and the right thing for society. Bro, the right thing for society is to sell us the potato chips and shut up. This stuff has become like religion in its ways that it's protected and sold and marketed, and it's weird. It's weird that corporations are this interested in who people sleep with. Here's the thing: trans people eat potato chips too, and hot dogs and brats, and they drink beer, and like they're really no different in their consuming habits, other than this one thing where the corporations tell them, oh, it's not just an orientation, it's your entire identity. You have to buy the pride stuff. Otherwise, how will everyone know? How will everyone know you're not a boring straight person if you don't buy this rainbow merch from Target Co.? Of course, it's all about money, and this year's Pride Month is probably going to be the most volatile in years. Stay safe out there, and, remember that these employees just work for the place. They're not exactly the ones making the decisions. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.